This is the CFoD show. Here are your hosts, Tommy Vereen
Oh, this sucks.
and Danny McCormick.
No, that's not funny. I need an opener.
The CFoD show starts now. We're back for another exciting week of the CFoD show, your number one source for facts and reasoning about the CFoD. My name is Danny McCormick, and I'm going to pass it over here to Tommy Vereen, my co-host. How you doing, Tommy?
Well, Danny, not too great, to be honest.
What's wrong, buddy?
I know it's not the serious minute yet, but like a lot of people in this country, I think I just need to say this. I think like a lot of people in this country, I'm pretty upset about the results this week. I mean, we had a shining beacon of hope and prosperity. People of all races and religions, someone younger generations could look up to, and be proud of. And we had that facing off against a madman who has no idea what he's doing. And against all odds, our dreams were crushed when Regis somehow beat me this week.
Wait, that's what you're talking about?
I'm devastated, Danny. And gotta be honest, it's really hard for me to do the show right now in the mood that I'm in.
I noticed you're wearing a black jersey. Is that for...
Yeah,
depression?
it's symbolic.
Okay.
It's symbolic.
All right. Well,
So I apologize to everyone out there. I don't. For one, I apologize to the people I let down, all the little Tommy fans out there. I'm okay.
you do know that you weren't undefeated going into this week, right?
Really? Yeah, you gotta throw the technicality at me now. That's a good call. That makes me feel a lot better.
I scored 74 points.
Yeah.
There you go.
Look, I don't want to drag the show down. I know people watch this to have fun. I don't want to. That's what we have a serious minute for. So I apologize. It's rivalry week, so well, let's get excited about that. Let's find some silver lining in all of this. And yeah, I'm still in first place, so all the little fans can look up to me there. Again, I'm sorry, but let's just let that go. Let's have fun. Let's have a good show.
All right. Well, send us over to set number 2, Tommy.
I get to send us over to set 2,
Yeah,
really?
go ahead. Press
But-
the button.
All right, let's go on over to set number 2.
Here we are. It's rivalry week. It says it right
Okay.
there.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
All right,
So
I'm feeling better already.
before we get into rivalry week, we actually have to go back into last week. Sorry, Tommy, and see how many. I mean, you were on a undefeated streak of a few weeks of getting them all right.
Yeah, I know I got at least one wrong this
So,
week.
let's play the bumper.
Everyone wants to know, did he suck or did he know? Did Tommy get it right?
That's right, Tommy. You got that last one, and we'll you keep on keeping on. But here we are, rivalry week edition of Did Tommy Get It Right? We'll start with game number 1 between me and Cody, where I literally had too many people on a bye that I actually had buys in my roster.
You still almost scored as much as Anthony.
Yeah, and he actually had like his team.
A full lineup.
Hmm.
Let's see, all did terribly.
Yeah. Literally 5 minutes after the draft, I pretty much had conceded week 9 looking at my roster. But it sucks that I couldn't at least score more than Anthony. But anyways, I played pretty good defense on Sunday because Cody got 50 points on Thursday between two players. And then after the morning games, he only had like 80 points, and I was feeling like good about myself. And then I stopped playing defense.
Yeah, I probably should have played defense on Thursday. I think that would have helped you out a lot.
Yes, I agree. But Falcons, I hate them.
Is what it is. but I'm pretty sure I picked Cody, so that's good.
Yep.
Nice.
There you go. How you feeling now, buddy? You
I'm
got,
feeling
you got
better,
your
actually.
ding.
That really helps
That's
a lot.
6, 12, 18. So that's 19 correct picks in a row.
You know, when you're good, you're good.
All right.
Unfortunately, I already know what happened here.
Yeah. My dad was, what was he, 1-3 to start the season? Something like that?
Something like that. I mean, he has a solid team. I was without
welcome,
David Johnson.
Dad.
His receivers played well. I got mediocre performances out of a few people, and a lot of people on bye. So it is what it is. I thought it was looking good for a little bit, but my hat's off to Regis.
All right. I have to play the sound now, Tommy. There it goes. Yeah.
All right. I mean, the streak ends, but you can't get them all right, I guess.
All right. Well, here's to a new streak, okay? Well,
let's start it right now.
Actually, I'm fairly certain in this next matchup in your Who Do I Hate More Bowl, you picked Jeff, didn't you?
Well, I said I hated Jeff more,
which is why he would win.
But that's not what I meant. I meant that's why he would win the loss.
I'm sorry, but you said Jeff wins. So the statisticians have to go with that.
All right, I'm sorry. Well,
okay.
That's fine. That's fine. 2 losses isn't big. Let's start the streak now.
All right, we'll start the streak right now. However, there we go. There's the sounder.
Oh.
We've got an MVP-type performance in this game. Let me play the bumper.
The last couple of weeks, it hasn't been good enough for Flacco. Good hands, Mike Wallace, stiffer. Wallace has got speed. Mike Wallace down the sideline, a complete foot race. Wallace going all the way. Touchdown, Baltimore.
That's right. To be perfectly honest, there was literally zero other candidates. We had some big performances, but not MVP clutch game-winning performances. That was literally the only one.
Right. Mike Wallace outscored his projection by 10 points, and those 10 points ended up being crucial as Justin won by 9.
Yep.
So it was a big performance, and hats off to Mike Wallace and to Justin, who I know I picked in this matchup, so that's good. That's another right one for Tommy.
And
I'm sorry.
Later, when we get to set number 3, we'll get to see just how happy Mike Wallace is to make it to the set. He was ecstatic to be considered the MVP of the CFoD. In fact, I'm fairly certain that's every NFL player's dream, maybe after the Super Bowl.
Yep, it's right up there. So I'm excited to see Mike in the last scene over there, and I'm excited to hear this ding. You know, I don't even fucking want to do this anymore. I'm depressed again.
Well, look at the last one on the screen, Tommy. Do you see it? Do you see the
Yeah.
last game? Do you know who you never pick except for that one time that you were high or drunk and sick?
Anthony.
You picked Anthony?
Yeah, that one time I was high and drunk and sick.
No, I mean...
But no, I know, yeah, I didn't. But I feel like that doesn't make me feel good. It's like, okay, cool. Anthony lost again. He's 0-9. Good job, Tommy. Way to pick that. Anyway, fuck that. Did I get Josh and Ashley right at least? How'd I do there? Yay! Got one. No, okay, that's good. See, 50% ain't bad. It's still better than the 41% that 42% that the analysts said that I get. Fuck you, analysts. What do you know?
They're statisticians. They're not
statisticians.
Analysts. They can't analyze
analysts.
No, that's a different profession completely, Tommy.
Doesn't have to be.
All right. But anyways, you've had enough fun on the Tommy Get It Right. Now we'll go into standings. This should make you feel good, right?
Still up there.
Up there. You're way up there.
I guess now it doesn't really make sense to argue the error that gave you a win against me. You're welcome. I'll just let you keep it because that's keeping you in the playoffs right now. So I'm going to go ahead and let that go since the undefeated season isn't happening and since I'm still over 100 points up on the next highest person. So I'll let it go. 7-2 with an asterisk. We can do that.
You're just not good against McCormick's unless I'm on a spa weekend. That's how it goes.
enough about that. So yeah, and Justin is still holding strong at number 2, also 7-2. We've got the 3 and 4 seeds, both at 6 and 3. Yeah, this is pretty interesting. 2 7-2s, 2 6 and 3s, 2 5 and 4s, and then 5 people with a small chance of getting in the playoffs, and one. I think Anthony's almost been. Is he? He's probably close to being officially entered.
Crap! I'm gonna have to start making that bumper.
You love that bumper.
I hate that bumper. No.
All right, so maybe you overdid it.
Let's see.
I loved it.
7,
In fact, I want to go back and watch the very last one we did last year.
Yep, he is mathematically eliminated.
Oh, really?
Do you want to? Okay. Do you want me to play last year's bumper? Just because it's the only one I have made right now?
Yes.
Fine.
Well, before we get into that, Danny, we never rolled out the red carpet and officially announced it. But Danny McCormick, I'd like to be the first one to welcome you to the bitch bracket.
Yeah. Sure. You really you really think I'm going to make that slide and that bumper? No way. All right.
Actually,
on to set number 2. What?
No, actually, I kind of figured you wouldn't make the bracket, so I took the liberty of making it myself.
There, you happy now? All right. So,
that was so funny last year when you made the bitch bracket, and then all right, maybe I went up a little overboard with it, but it was ooh. I want while we're doing this, play the trash bumper. Take the trash out again.
oh, I could do
Do
that. Danny is taking out the trash. We like that one. I like that one.
That one's super fun now because I like to pretend that your team's in there and you're taking it out.
All right, I'm deleting that one.
No, don't.
Anyways, let me tell you something interesting about the standings this week. There was only 3 people who moved. Me and my dad flipped places, and well, I guess 5 people moved, and Josh jumped from 9th to 7th, and sliding both Jeff and Ashley down. Everyone else stayed the same.
He's got a pretty firm point lead on them too for the tiebreakers there, as of right.
And after this week, he will have the chance to jump into the playoffs because 5 is playing 6. Me and my dad in Rivalry Week.
Rivalry Week.
It's the easiest week to pronounce.
Rivalry Week.
Rivalry Week. I'm gonna put epic music behind that so that it
I like that.
Sounds epic. But yeah, so now we're on to the best onside kick you'll never see.
Baby, you fucked up, you fucked up, you fucked up. This time I don't care, I don't care, I don't care. Baby, you fucked up, you fucked up, you fucked up.
That thing went half a yard, then he just drills it down the field. That was bad.
Man, wouldn't that have been really cool if it actually worked?
It would have.
Or
it was
if
pretty cool anyway. I enjoyed it.
If you can kick the ball twice, then that would have actually, if that was legal, then they actually got that onside kick.
Mm-hmm. This is true. So now let's get into our nominees. Who fucked up in the league this week?
The Fuck Up of the Week Rivalry Week edition.
Rivalry Week edition.
Rivalry Week edition.
So, Danny, our first nominee for Fuck Up of the Week, this is getting to be a kind of a trend I'm noticing. Danny, you are nominated for Fuck Up of the Week again, this time for not using any players. It was a poor decision. The more players you start, the better chance you have of winning.
I picked up DeJuan Harris. I picked up Jesse James. I picked up Kendall Wright. I picked up all kinds of really shitty players to try and plug in.
Didn't work.
Nope.
And then our second nominee, don't worry, you're not the only nominee.
Right.
Another mainstay of the Fuck Up of the Week nominees, Anthony, welcome back. You are nominated for having only one player go over 10 points this week. And that was your quarterback. He had one other player score 10, and everyone else was in single digits. It was, and he a full lineup.
Yeah.
And our third and final nominee is Randall for his refusal to start Jay Ajayi. I don't know how many 20-point games he has to have before he cracks Randall's starting lineup, but he just loves starting running backs who score 3 points over Jay Ajayi.
It's probably because he fucked up. I can't. I don't know.
There's no rhyme or reason to any of these why people fuck up and become nominees. But one person fucked up more than all of them.
Is it you for losing to another McCormick?
I'm not a nominee, Danny.
You should be. I am.
But the winner of the fuck up of the week, I just changed my mind. The winner is now you for scoring less points than Anthony.
But no. Okay.
I know that's not why you were nominated, but you scored less points than Anthony.
But that doesn't matter. I knew I was going to lose this week. It wasn't a fuck up. If anything, it was performing and acting out my plan perfectly.
Fucking up is one thing, but scoring less points than Anthony?
No, that's a different game entirely for the end of the year.
All right. Let's just give it to Randall.
Good.
All right, Randall.
I gave him Jay Ajayi, I guess he can have the fuck up.
Okay. Wait, that sounds like a fuck up too. You gave him Jay Ajayi?
No, I dropped Jay Ajayi.
Oh, that's better. At least you didn't get anything out of it. But Randall, you fucked up.
It was week 4. He hadn't played a game yet. This league year sucks. So you start off the episode in a bad mood, and now I'm in a bad mood.
I feel great now.
Let's get into the serious minute.
I was going to say, this is getting a little serious in here.
Okay, serious. God damn it, there's a bug. Not my wife.
Things are definitely getting serious over on your end.
I just murdered something.
Murder
Let's get
is
into
a
the
serious issue.
minute.
It's time to get really, really, really serious. No time for toys, no time for food. There's no time to be in a good mood. Serious eyes in a serious nose. Serious faces in a serious pose. It's time to say something really, really serious.
Today we're going to talk about some ideas we've had for rule changes for the CFoD. I'm going to pass it over to Tommy.
Well, Danny, what a lot of people don't know is that Danny and I, we actually have a commissioner's summit every year during the off-season to discuss potential rule changes. We're always looking at ways to improve the league, to make it more fun, to make it more competitive for everyone out there. So we've come up with a lot of ideas. Some of them are good, some of them not so good. We bounce them off each other. Yeah. So what I'm going to give you is the top 5 rule changes that you and I have proposed among each other. They haven't been passed yet, but this is something that I want everyone else to think about. Number 1,
that's all the time we have for this week. We'll get back to you next week with another Serious Minute.
This has been the CFoD Serious Minute. Come back next week where we talk about another hard-hitting topic that will help you in your fantasy league.
All right, buddy. That does it for this week's Serious Minute. I guess it's time for me to get unserious.
I think we've had enough seriousness in this show. I think, you know what I feel like doing?
What do you feel like doing?
I feel like breaking something down.
Oh, I think I can accommodate that with this week's Rivalry Week Weekly Breakdowns.
Rivalry Week.
This is the
CFoD
Weekly Breakdown.
All right, we've got the not serious but definitely heart-pumping CFoD Weekly Breakdowns music going on right now. So that means one thing: breaking down the games, starting with game number 1. That's right, between Randall and Anthony. A rivalry of father and son. A rivalry of 2 terrible teams. A rivalry that you're going to break down. Tommy, break it down.
Well, Danny, what better way to kick off Rivalry Week than with the age-old battle of father and son? If I can take you back to last year, you'll remember Anthony got his first win of the season against Randall. Could history repeat itself this year? Probably not. Because I'm not picking him until he goes out and wins a game, which isn't going to be this week because Randall wins.
Plus, didn't they already play each other this week?
They did, and Randall won that one too. And I'm willing to call the upset that Randall actually starts Jay Ajayi this week.
Wow.
Let's see what other bold predictions we can get out of Tommy in game number 2. The other 2 worst teams in the league between James and Ashley. Rivalry week. Break it down.
Well, Danny, Ashley's injury troubles this season are well documented, but she could find a remedy this week by squaring off against her personal bitch, James. Better yet, her personal bitch, James, will be without his top running back and wide receiver this week, with both LaShawn McCoy and Amari Cooper on bye. She's beaten James under worse odds. She could just go pick up Crockett Gilmore, but I don't think she needs to. I think her 3-week losing streak comes to an end this week because Ashley wins.
And I really hope for that. It's just so funny.
It is funny.
All right.
Classic comedy.
On to game number 3. We've kind of already touched this, but we've got a rivalry of father versus son. A rivalry of Steelers versus Panthers. Sharks versus Penguins. Tommy, break it down.
Well, Danny, this is a dumb matchup. I didn't even bother doing research because one of you is probably just going to cheat somehow to win. So, fuck it. Danny and Regis both lose. Can I do that? Is that... Wait, that's probably not wise. You can't both ladies. You could tie. Fuck it, I might as well just pick one of you. Regis wins!
No, I wanted to win one. I haven't won in a few weeks.
I know, that's why I picked Regis.
Yeah, his team's better. I drafted both teams, so I win either way.
That's true, you can count that. Which means I win the pick either way.
No, that doesn't work.
So Danny wins!
Wait, damn it, now I have it on video that you said both. I don't know what to go with.
Ding! Facts and reason.
All right, Tommy. Turnabout's fair play. Let's go into game number 4. That's not even the game before the big game of the week. Game number 4 between Tommy and Jeff. A rivalry of the ages in many different leagues as well. Tommy, break it down.
Well, Danny, I don't feel like I really need to break this one down, but I will, because it's fun. I own Jeff Simpson. Not only did I whip his ass back in week 2, but I've outscored him in 8 out of 9 weeks this season. Yeah, he won the championship last year, but he's clearly still resting on his laurels, while I get my David Johnson back this week, and I don't have to worry about any damn McCormicks Jewing me again. So guess what, Jeff? Frustrations are getting taken out on you when Tommy wins.
Danny McCormick would like to announce that the McCormick line is not actually Jewish. Well, my dad isn't.
But I got you a dreidel for Hanukkah.
And I cherish it every day.
Okay.
But my dad is not Jewish. Just making
Oh, he's
sure.
too good to be Jewish?
No, he's too good to lose to you in a fantasy football matchup. And on to game number 5 between Justin and Josh. A rivalry, apparently. Tommy, break it down.
Well, Danny, this is a key rivalry that could tremendously impact the CFoD playoff picture. Justin is having a great season at 7-2, while Josh is fighting for a playoff spot. How did they get here? Let's break it down. Justin has been great at finishing out the close game, with his last 3 wins coming by 10 points or less. Meanwhile, Josh has actually led the league in scoring in 2 of the last 3 weeks, but he's still struggling with finding the consistency in his lineup. Justin did win their previous matchup in Week 2, but it was due to an MVP performance from Stephon Diggs, who is no longer on the Butt Puddle squad. I think Josh's team could be finding their stride at the right time, and I think Josh is going to get a much-needed win this week. Josh wins!
I hope not, because then he passes me!
And that would make me even happier.
Oh, wait, you don't like me now?
Yeah, I like you. I'm just mad at you.
If I win, then he'll pass my dad.
I like you. I just hate your family. Except for your mom.
You can at least say hi to her every now and then. She watches.
Hi, Donna.
All right, Tommy. On to the rivalry week. Big game of the week. Game number 6 between Cody and Ralph the Clusterfucker. Tommy, break this one down.
Well, what do you know, Danny? A big game of the week that doesn't involve me. Not only does it not involve me, but it involves the Clusterfucker, so this ought to be pretty interesting. Cody and Ralph are both having great seasons at 6-3. This matchup could be crucial in possibly determining our first-round bye in the CFoD playoffs. Looking down their rosters, they appear to be pretty evenly matched. I could really see it going either way. But I think the key here is Mike Evans, who is still in the league's concussion protocol. And I think there's a good chance that he doesn't play this week. Also, Cody's other best player, DeMarco Murray, is facing off against a pretty good run defense in Green Bay, which could significantly slow him down. So, with all things considered, I think Cody's team is just a little bit outmatched, and I'm actually going to do something unprecedented. I'm picking the clusterfucker to win the big game of the week.
Rivalry.
Ralph wins!
All right, Tommy, that was intense. That was intense. But anyways, are you ready to continue? We still have absolutely nothing left to do in the show other than talk to each other for a few minutes, maybe entertain the people.
Okay, I think I can do that.
You think you can do that? You're seeming much happier than you were at the beginning of the show.
I feel a lot better. I think that the breakdowns helped. Getting them right helped. The ones I did get right. Knowing that I get to whip Jeff's ass this week, that helps.
Bumpers. There were some bumpers.
Bumpers were good. Yeah, you played my favorite bumpers.
Oh, we talked about that really important rule change for next year. I think that's going to make the league so much more fun.
I think so too. Everyone, let me know what you think about the discussion today in the Serious Minute.
Yep, we take all suggestions on our rule changes.
We take them very seriously.
Oh, I don't have a drum roll beat.
That's fine.
Okay, I could play the ding.
Yeah, play the ding again.
All right.
Oh, I love that sound.
I'm gonna forget to edit that in, aren't I?
Yeah, probably.
Anyways, on to set number 3. Oh, there's Wallace.
Where's Mike? Oh, there he is, down there right behind us.
Yeah.
Wow, Ralph is really, it seemed like he was poking pretty hard there for a minute.
Well, he's like, I'm not the clusterfucker. Ha 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 ha. Oh, wait, no, he is.
Oh, no, Julio, don't eat that. That's important. You're on safety duty. It's not a snack.
Oh, Julio, he doesn't know any. Oh, hey, Anunwa, off the belt.
I actually don't mind. He can stay up there because he's kind of blocking out Jeff's creepy ghost head. So I like that. You can hold on to it for me for now.
All right. Okay. So last week, I could totally tell that Eli Rogers was giving a pep talk to Anthony, but what the hell is he doing now? He's just kind of yelling off into space?
Yeah, I don't know. He's kind of confused. Maybe rubbing his ass on Ralph. I don't know. Maybe he's farting.
Could be.
That's probably what it is.
Maybe he's powering up, like Super Saiyan style.
Maybe. I don't know.
Well, Tommy, I know I've been trying to make you feel better this whole show, and you've been making me feel worse. But despite all that,
feel better.
Despite all that, I'm gonna make you happy one more time.
Oh?
Yep.
How so?
What is one of the funnest things you get to say on this show?
Tommy wins?
You only have gotten to say that 7 times.
I've said it more, right?
It's only been right 7 times.
Oh. But that's probably the most fun thing for me to say.
All right. Well, what about...
Undefeated was fun to say, too, but I don't get to say
What about when you get to point at the camera and... The bug is back. Oh, shit.
Uh-oh.
Or maybe it was his sister. His brother? Brother from another mother bug? Anyways.
While Danny's handling insect hunting, I want to thank everyone for watching this episode. Apologize again to the people I let down. And thank you to the ones who stuck it out. And, we'll be okay. We will persevere through this, and we will be stronger for it. So, from the bottom of my heart, to everyone out there watching, go CFoD yourselves.
Go CF... Got it. Go CFoD yourselves.